John's bed or whatever.
Yeah.
That shit ain't happening to me, bro. I'll throw all that shit in the garbage.
Right. Oh yeah. Is that how you are? So cat pukes on everything. You're just fucking throwing it all away.
Yeah, bro. I ain't doing that. What am I gonna clean? What am I gonna? No, I ain't doing all that. Just the whole process of it. I ain't doing all that shit.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. Right. I don't know.
This fucking idiot. Fucking. I already told you.
Yeah.
So, come on, bro. Who does that?
Fucking stress you out.
Cleaned up after your whole life.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's you know what I mean when you fucking
Watch that shit on so the Charlie Kirk thing. They said they found him now. They said they found the guy.
Found the guy who killed him.
Yeah. All of a sudden, you just found him.
Well, I mean, how you would think with the amount of cameras and everything that was, you know what I mean? There was.
They showed him like jumping off the roof, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna take his fucking foot impression and do all this shit to it. We got the feds looking at it now." It's like, dude, with all the fucking cameras all over everything.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, for sure.
Nowadays, you're telling me you can't pinpoint where he left, what car he got into, with all the fucking street.
Oh, yeah. That should all be able to piece together for sure. You think with some of the ways that they catch other people and other criminals, you know what I mean? It's like if they don't catch them, it's because they're not trying.
Even like when I used to go to Albany and shit, dude, there'd be like a shooting or whatever. The next week, you know, they got those fucking, they're like generators that got those posts that come out with the cameras. So then now they're watching that. Like, you know what I mean? Well, I'm just saying anywhere, even in the city, especially, dude, you're not committing no shooting out in broad daylight like you.
Oh yeah, not anymore. The way
like
the cameras are and the way technology is, absolutely not.
Like the 90s are crazy.
Yeah. Welcome back to Southfield. I'm Robbie Infield, Zach Silix, podcast. We're talking about life and addiction, life during addiction, life after addiction, life in general. We got to talk about it, I guess. So we always said that we would not, we're not political on this podcast. We don't get political. I personally think politics is a complete scam. That being said, there was a
assassination.
We have to talk about the merciless killing of Charlie Kirk. We'll just briefly touch on it. Because we, obviously, as podcasters, we believe in free speech and that he should be able to say whatever he wants, regardless of it. You know what I mean? He doesn't deserve to die for it. Do I agree with his ideology? You know, not necessarily. You know what I mean? But I think open debate and an open forum and stuff like that is very important. Like I said, I don't agree with everything he has to say, but I don't think he should have been killed for it. But rest in peace, Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, rest in peace.
But we are not. That is not what this podcast is about. We like to shoot drugs. Well, we used to like to shoot drugs, and that's really what this podcast is about.
Now I fucking sit home and order Chipotle.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, so we're gonna. I was trying to briefly. We had to briefly speak on it. It happened, 2 days ago. So.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy.
It would be weird if we didn't say anything. I feel like.
Yeah.
But we don't get political on this podcast. We I don't lean one way or the other.
We said that from the start. Yeah.
I could give a flying fuck. Yeah, there's too many opinions, and I really don't care, because I really think that there's not a single person in politics that tells the truth. I don't think that any of them are actually for the people. I don't think that any of it is in our best interests. I think it is all a giant, basically part of the giant fucking corporation, and that's just like
absolutely. We're just cattle.
Yeah, pretty much like the fucking cattle. Hierarchy and all. We're just cattle. Exactly, we're just sheep.
We're just cattle.
And I wholeheartedly believe that. I think that it is one giant scam. So that we're not getting into it. We're just not. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
just whatever. A family lost their father. You know what I mean? A husband today. That day. You know what I mean? And that's sad.
Yeah.
Two kids now have to grow up without a father. And everything, like I said, that's not how, you want to, that's not how things should be dealt with.
Tell me that shit's not, I don't know.
I think it was a hit.
I think it was a hit, too.
I think it was a hit, but whatever. But so, we're not going to get into it.
See, that's why we're not doing that.
We're not getting into it.
God bless him, rest in peace and all that. But dude, there's too many things that'll be said.
It's so controversial because everything's saying, it is so controversial.
You can say one thing and then someone will be like, why the fuck did they say that? Why would, I don't want to.
Listen, I understand people on both sides. Like, I've seen a lot of the things that, like, a lot of people I know post and stuff like that, and I see it from my hardcore right wing friends and conservative friends, and I see all the stuff they post, and then I see all the stuff, you know what I mean, from like my friends in the LGBTQ community. I see all the stuff they post, and you know what I mean, and it's just like I just see like this is just constant fighting, and I just feel like That's the problem, is that it's constant fighting
You know,
between the
it's
two sides.
civil,
Like there's
civil
no
fucking war. Yeah.
yeah, you know what I mean. It's just like it's still this huge divide in our country, and I think that's a bigger issue than anything like that. I think that things like this are creating bigger divides in our country. I was on Reddit, you know what I mean, reading stuff on Reddit about it.
Yeah,
And
they,
it's like,
they want you to be, they want you to pick a side and do all
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit.
they want you to pick a side, and
Shouldn't be
that's
any
it.
side.
It's like,
Shouldn't be any
and
sides. Yeah.
it's all, and I think really as people, and I don't mean as Americans, and I don't mean as any country in the world. I think as people, that we all need to figure out a way as
come
people
together as one,
to come together as people. Like
yeah,
I think
wars and all that
that's
shit.
important.
That shit's played out. That's,
we should all
uncivilized, all that shit. So it's all stupid, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
like I said, I don't believe in military spending, war spending. I don't
nuclear war, all that shit.
All that shit, dude. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it's fucking.
There's aliens out there. They're looking down on us like, oh, look at these fucking idiots.
Yeah,
it's
senseless. The aliens are looking at us like, what the fuck? The aliens are looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong?
What's
with
going
these
on
people?
down here?
Like, why can they not fight each other? I think that's funny because because that's all we fucking do, dude. It's like, you know what I mean? It's just like massive war. And it's the only reason is for this. We're gonna get into this because the only reason for war is money, and money is, that's just what it all is. It's just this giant fucking scam. But
yeah, I see where that just went to. Like, that's,
it's a giant scam.
Yeah, there's so many different.
But what do we want to talk about today? We want to talk about
what did we say?
oh yeah, sex. So after
relationships,
yeah. Well, so I mean, I guess relationships, but back into like we want to get into stuff like I guess we have to talk about it eventually. Being in recovery, and I know it's completely unrelated to what we're saying.
13-stepping.
Yeah.
13-stepping. Yeah.
What's that?
There's 12 steps in AA, but they say, there's guys that go to meetings and shit, and they're there for the wrong reasons. So they're there to fucking pick up, like they prey on women when they're at their weakest and shit. There's a lot
of that shit.
But further than that, there's when they say wait till a year or more to even think about getting into a relationship.
Yeah.
When you're in sobriety and all that, and they're right, because dude, look at all the shit you got to handle in the beginning, and dude, imagine throwing a relationship on top of that.
Oh, man,
even you, like, you didn't get into a relationship when you got sober for I don't know how long it was for you, but I don't even think about it because I just know where it leads. I don't need another person to keep happy right now besides me, and I got my family. That's what I'm focused on now, and if it happens, it happens, bro. You let it come to you, but you got to know if it's right.
So I have a question. So, like, what about when you first like got sober? Did you even want to have sex? Did you even like want to fuck? Like, dude, is that even like?
No,
because I remember going through it. Like when I first got sober, like I had zero sex drive. Like it was just non-existent.
Lowers your testosterone. I read a thing on it. Lowers your testosterone.
Yeah, my doctor said that. He said that they tested my testosterone and everything like that because they said that it.
Not to say you don't go back to normal, but dude,
it eventually goes back.
In the stages of withdrawal, and then after that, even
it's like I did fucking.
It's the last thing on your mind, bro.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's so weird when you think that you're never gonna be like that, and then you're like that. So you fucking.
What fucks you up too is like when if you're in the middle of getting sober, and then you're like, and then you still have your girl, and you're like, and I've done it. I was with what's her name down there.
Yeah. I was. What
and I'd relapse just because I'm like, oh, the sex would be great again. You know what I mean? I would think of it like that, like, oh, I'll just go do a little dope so I can.
Well, yeah, I think too, and when you're especially when you're in active addiction, I think that a lot of people can probably agree with this. That when you're in active use and everything, when do you ever have sex sober?
Dude, yeah, the whole relationship revolved around dope. It was fucking.
Yeah, but you don't ever have sex with your partner sober.
No, I know. We used to say it all the time. It's a heroin lust, bro.
Yeah,
it's just a heroin fucking lust, dude.
And I think that's so crazy too because, the difference. Like, I mean, I remember I guess maybe it was like a fear or anxiety or whatever. Like, and I know like a lot of men don't talk about it, but we definitely have performance issues. Like, you know what I mean? So like, especially if you're so used to having sex with substances and being high or whatever like that, and you already know how that goes. You're like fucking Superman. Yeah. So it's like so when you have to start doing it sober, maybe you're not, I don't know, you don't perform as well or whatever like that. They may give you some reservations about it or whatever, and
it's like a curtain you hide behind,
Yeah. So it's like, and that, I guess, like you said that would cause you to use again just to do that, like like, and I know, like, you know what I mean, I have friends and stuff like that he said he doesn't ever want to have sex unless he's drunk because he's like, you know what I mean, and I was like, well, you know, you get used to it. First of all, you get used to it, and then it becomes way better. Honestly, like.
Yeah, I've done it on both ends. I've done it. I mean, dude, sober, not sober.
I prefer sober now.
Yeah, once you hit your peak in sobriety and all that, and you find someone you really care about, so you're not gonna beat that, bro. There's nothing that's gonna beat that.
It's way better than any drug, sex, whatever there ever was.
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a fucking illusion, bro. It's
it's not the same.
It sounds good and all that, but
I mean, as gay as it sounds, it's like actually like be sober and really connect with somebody is a completely different feeling.
Yeah, it's one of a kind, bro. I mean, you're not gonna.
Well, yeah, literally.
Yeah, I just told you it's a lot, dude. The whole heroin thing, it's a lust, dude. You're chasing something down that's only gonna exist for just the time that you're high, bro. And then when you come to terms, you're like, and then you wake up next to that person, bro. You realize like, wow, what am I doing? You know what I mean? Not even. I don't know.
But if there's not a genuine connection, so that's one thing I've learned as I've gotten older is that it's not the same without with for me anyways. Like I know some men, I mean, I guess a lot of men think differently, but like without a genuine connection with somebody, it's like, I don't know, I don't really see the point anymore. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's not, I don't know, I do it for sport, like, you know what I mean? Like we talk about like porn addiction and things like that. Like a lot of guys in like porn addiction. I think porn is the worst fucking thing in the world. I won't even watch porn.
Fucking rot your head. This phone's never seen porn.
Yeah, bro. My phone's never seen porn either. I don't watch it. Period.
And that's the honest truth, bro. I mean, when I was
destroys
younger,
your life force, like 50 Cent says.
There's all kinds of beliefs in it. Like even guys that go to the gym and shit are like, oh, I'll never fucking bust it up before I go lift. And I mean, I don't know how right they are, but I think it's more.
It preserves your life force.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes, I mean, I just think it's immature at this point, bro. I just turned 35, bro. What am I gonna do?
You fucking sitting there watching porn like a weirdo. Yeah,
like I mean,
then you gotta worry about the government watching you.
Yeah. What is it? I don't know.
What kind of weird shit you doing?
When you're a kid, though, it's different. You're just, I don't know.
I don't know. I guess I never really even like, before. I don't think I was ever really into porn. Like I don't know. I don't think I. And listen, I get people struggle with porn addiction, and I think porn gives men unrealistic ideas about sex.
Yeah, and then when you go to do it in person, or when you finally, if you ever do get to do it in person, it's totally different, bro.
Yeah, it's nothing like it. Yeah,
you're not
exactly.
gonna find no fucking belladonna porn star that's or just anything, bro.
It's just not the same. It's like it gives you an unrealistic expectation.
Anything that's on there is unrealistic, dude. I mean.
Yeah.
Why waste your time?
And it's so ridiculous. I think the last time I looked at everything was like fucking stepbrother porn or stepsister porn. I think that's disgusting. Dude, I swear to God, it was like the only fucking thing I'm like, this is fucking gross. First of all, that's fucking gross to me. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't have like the incestual fantasy or whatever that is.
Was that even a thing 10, 15 years ago? Look at all this weird shit now. There's like anime porn. There's all kinds of weird shit now,
so you guess I mean,
I just seen a thing on how guys are on the internet having fucking full-on relationships with AI and shit. Like that's what's going. Yeah. There was a whole thing on this. There's dudes that believe that whatever they talk to the AI and shit, they're in full-on relationships with. Like, I'm just saying, shit's so different nowadays. I want to get into that. These kids and their phones is just, it's kind of scary.
Full-on relationships with AI, huh?
Yeah.
So what is that like? I wonder. Like, I mean, is it just like...
It was that conspiracy fucking
Does it feel that, like, social... I wonder if they... So what about... So what are you just like? There's got AI talking dirty to you, and you're fucking.
They do it. It's just another way to make money. There's so many stats of like how many men are lonely in the U.S. and then they fucking market off that. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, we got something for that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Well, there's like definitely is like a male loneliness epidemic in the United States. I mean, but I think that's because of a lack of male leadership, a lack of good male role models, a lack of good male leadership in the world period. I think a lot of men. Like, that's why we talked about, like, there's a lot of men turning to guys like Andrew Tate and stuff like that because there is a lack of real men role models in the world because, like, people that are, like, truly, like, I don't know, like...
I don't like all Tate shit, but Jesus, dude, he does make some valid points.
So, but, listen, I understand work hard and fucking, you know what I mean, build your life up and all that shit, dude, that's one thing. But there's a lot of stuff I don't agree with. But I don't want to get into that either. So we've touched on that before. But I think there needs to be more people like because like I mean like we've talked about this like that the majority of women are scared of men and because of this like this this environment that you know what I mean certain types of men have created or that most men have created everything like that it's hard for a man to even approach a woman nowadays without you know what I mean it's like
well, dude, even
nobody's
like,
teaching men how to appropriately like approach women or how to
take a poll on like, dude, there's not even men that
non-threatening ways.
women.
You know what I mean?
They don't even meet women the same way. When's the last time a man actually met a woman out in public
Yeah,
without
see,
Facebook or social media?
Diminishing like social interaction and like and how like I said how men interact with women and it's like it's really I think that's really affecting like a lot of different areas in the world. You know what I mean? And it's like
I've never gotten a date off social media, Facebook, nothing like that.
You know.
I don't
know. Never. Yeah, I don't think I've ever.
You know, I have women message me or whatever, but I'm not. I don't go on there for that reason. You know what I mean?
Oh
like
yeah.
If you meet up with somebody and it goes.
I've gotten messages, not recently. I've gotten messages from women and stuff like that on social media, but it's usually somebody I already knew.
Yeah.
In person.
You fix that one real quick.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, so it's usually from somebody I already knew or something like that. So it wasn't ever like I met somebody new on a social media platform or anything like that. I don't accept friend requests from people I don't know. I don't, you know what I mean? And now it's different because I'm in a relationship, so it's like now it's like
yeah, we talked
even
about
if I don't even look at my message requests, you know what I mean, or anything like that.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Well, I mean, being in sobriety too, you're careful in general, just about who you
absolutely
who you accept, even if you
don't.
Accept
so
them.
Above everything else, your sobriety is the most important thing, and that is
I mean, all the drug dealing and drug fucking running and all that shit was a lot of it was through Messenger. You got to realize that's an important thing to realize.
Yeah.
Is like that, dude. As soon as you turn that Messenger off, that's a big step in. In how serious you are in being sober. Like,
so there's a lot of people I won't even accept their friend requests.
No, I'm talking about like just like when someone goes to rehab or whatever, like you can tell how serious they are as soon as they get out and what they do. What's the first thing most people do? They go right to their phone, and that's because they know that's that reservation shit in your head.
Yeah, you still making reservations.
Well, I still might need to get high a few more times. You know what I mean? Like that's.
So it's so funny because we were talking about making reservations. So me and my girl actually had a conversation about that where I was like, she's like, oh well, what if you meet some cute girl somewhere and then she sends you a friend request from Facebook? I was like, I wouldn't accept that. Because that's technically making a reservation for like a future thing that like you know what I mean like why what other reason do I need to talk to this woman or whatever if I wasn't planning on doing something like what fucked up, you know what I mean? There's no reason for me, like I'm not going to be just friends with her. That doesn't make any sense, you know what I mean? Especially if it was like let's say we had met and she had flirted with me or anything, hypothetical situation, you know what I mean, that and I had met somebody and they flirted with me and then sent me a friend request like you know what I mean? Like, I just had it happen. I post in a lot of like restaurant workers groups because I used to be a chef. Yeah. So like I'm part of a bunch of these groups and like, I don't know, I comment on stuff and everything like that.
Yeah, check it out. Or
and like, I've gotten friend requests from, you know what I mean? People in the groups and like women and stuff like that. And I don't accept the friend request because it's like, what is that gonna?
What's it gonna lead to?
What's that gonna lead to? Or like even like what I don't want to have a conversation with the I think the same way because I think that let's say my girl was out somewhere or whatever and she met some cute guy and he sent her a friend request and she accepted it. I think that would be inappropriate. Yeah. You know what I mean? So like I wouldn't do the same thing. I find that highly inappropriate, especially when you're in a relationship. I mean, I guess it's a lot different for you.
I just navigate different than you. I don't work. I got different things going on, so I navigate life different than you.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of it's the same, but I mean, you know, you can navigate this life without, you know, beating the fucking AA book over your head. That's one of our biggest points too. Is I mean, you just like.
Oh, there's a way to do this. There's a way to do this without. Without 12 stepping. You know what I mean?
There's a way to navigate it, bro. There's definitely a way.
But you gotta. I mean, there's still a lot of the same principles, like for sure.
Yeah. I mean, you hear me.
You gotta have rules.
I say a lot of little sayings and shit, and those sayings are fucking on point a lot of the times. But you, at the end of the day, you gotta want it.
You gotta have rules.
You gotta want it. You gotta have rules.
But it is. I know we talk about relationships a lot, and those kinds of things are important, like in all relationships. So the relationships you have with people, friends, acquaintances. you know what I mean, members of the opposite sex.
You gotta
All
have
these
boundaries.
things
You
are
gotta
all-
have a lot of boundaries too.
You gotta have a lot of boundaries.
lot of
You gotta
fucking
have,
boundaries.
you know what I mean. You gotta be careful about all these things because
And like,
you don't
dude,
want anything to potentially, because the quickest way to end up, you know what I mean, back using or something like that is in a relationship with somebody who's not healed. Or
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
not,
like
you know what I mean?
Any girls we know, say I arranged a night to go with any of the girls we know that use, bro.
Yeah.
I know before I even make a message or whatever. I know what I'm signing up for.
Yeah.
So like, you know, it's just bound.
Yeah, it's potentially putting you in a situation, in a harmful situation.
You know right from wrong, bro.
Where like, you know what I mean? So you know deep down.
Yeah, you know. Right
Listen,
from wrong.
follow your gut. Your intuition's hardly ever wrong. You know.
Yeah, if you have any,
and there's a difference between your gut and anxiety. All right, because I think I get gut feelings sometimes, and a lot of times it's just my fears and my anxieties, and I take it as intuition, and then it's not necessarily that wasn't necessarily the right thing either. But
what do you mean? Like I've been home alone by myself all week, dude,
Yeah.
and I like, you know, I had you like come check on me, just not because I'm. Relapsing was the last thing in my mind, but bro, it's good to have somebody to just come put you in check or whatever. And I'm not saying everybody has that luxury, but you know.
Well, you've been tested a few times this week by people.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
that's the other thing too.
I get tested every day.
It's so weird how it's just how the timing of things too. Like
you happen to be right here.
You just happen to be home alone. You know what I mean, for the week and this and that, and then you get a call like, oh, I blah blah blah. Oh, I don't usually do this, but. I got, you know what I mean? This is what it is right now. It's like, dude, get fucked, dude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, exactly. You know what I mean? Get fucked.
We talked about that too. Like, there's someone out there. They know you're sober 100%. They know you're doing good. They don't give a fuck about you. They're
and the crazy
out.
thing is people do that and they'll still get a hold of you.
Yeah,
and still try to
like, do it, bro. So you gotta be. There's so many.
Dude, I had someone message me, dude. I told them, I'm like, yeah, dude, I've been sober for a long time. I do a podcast now. I go and I talk about my recovery and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, well, I'm fucking doing this. And I'm like, if you ever need anything, get a hold of him. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, that shit is crazy to me.
I never did. Like, we talked about that.
I go, unfriend, dude.
I never fucking did. I never tried to bring, if someone told me that, I'm saying this honestly, I never tried to bring no one down with me.
Yeah,
you know, if my boat was sinking, dude, I was the only one. I tried to make myself the only one.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Family members
and even if, like, let's say, we were in situations where one of us was doing bad and the other one wasn't.
Yeah, even that.
We always
yeah,
listen,
we would fuck off.
We would always like, it's like we wouldn't hang out with each other.
We would, but we wouldn't.
But like, unless the other one wanted to do it, like, you know what I mean? It was, hey, I'm not going to be the one to fuck your life up, and usually it would be like, oh, well, I already did it with somebody else, and be like, all right, well, you're already there now, so here we are.
Yeah.
But
as fucked up as that sounds.
As fucked up as that sounds, it's what it is. You know what I mean? When you're using it, because things get kind of crazy. But I think that we've established this like a pretty good thing. Like in
there's no using behind each other's backs either. Like, dude, we fucking.
Oh yeah, well that's the other thing too is we've never been able to fool the other.
Well, yeah, we know you would know. Like,
yeah.
Like even just now, you know what I mean? Just little.
Oh yeah, like dude. So there's been, like I said, there's been times when I've been like, you know, what's going on, like, or something like that, like, and maybe you were a little off or something like that, and I definitely like was like what's the word? I guess concerned was the word, but and then usually it doesn't take long, and I'm like, oh yeah, obviously that's not like what was going on, like whatever, like we all have our days and shit for sure, like I don't know, I think that's just part of it. I think that there's some residual effects from the years and years of fucking cocaine addiction that, you know what I mean? Like, we fucking talk about all the fucking crazy shit, dude. Like, still fucking, you hear noises.
The other day, grinding your teeth or doing something. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
do that all the time, but.
Dude, I still get like, you know, I think the biggest thing that still stays with me is the paranoia.
Yeah. I have an issue with that. You know?
Yeah. Isn't that weird? What do you think that is? Do you think that's like.
I don't know.
Just from like from doing like hardcore stimulants for so long, it's like in that paranoia, it almost becomes like part of your psyche. Like it's permanently damaged your brain.
I don't know what I can't put my finger on that, but it's definitely there. You know, it's it's definitely from prolonged use of.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about? Like, dude. So I know I can tell you like times. So, I remember a time I was completely sent, dude. Completely sent, dude, at the at the camper. I think I told you about this. I was fucking shooting coke, and I kept hearing noises, right?
Yeah.
And I fucking put my face up to the window.
Yeah.
To look outside, and I looked like someone else put their face up to the window. And I thought, bro, listen, so shut the fuck up. All right. So I was like, dude, there's somebody out there. Like, bro. Yeah. I was like, and they had the balls to come up to the window. So I fucking lose my shit, right, dude? And I like close the curtains, and I'm in full panic mode, dude, for like hours, bro. Like in there, fucking doors locked. I'm like, dude, there's somebody right outside. Like that, dude. I was so scared.
Dude, I used to say,
I go outside in the morning, that window's covered. There's a fucking thing over the window. There's no way a person could have came out.
Saw your reflection.
Dude, I saw my fucking reflection.
Yeah.
But the eyes were a different color, and bro, it was so crazy. The psychosis
is crazy. Psychosis will get you every time.
Bro, that shit was fucking wild. Dude.
But I had a friend say to me one time, he was like, bro, you're not that important. Like all the people out there you've gotten high with that think the SWAT team's coming in, and you're sitting there smoking 100 piece. Like, do you really think that the feds or whoever thinks you're that important and they're going to come swoop in, kick the windows in for a fucking 100?
Yeah, they're going to spend all that fucking
whatever.
Money.
I don't care if it's a half ounce out, whatever, bro. It's not like you got sitting around with kilos in your house. You know what I mean? And like hearing that.
I know. I used to say that shit. I used to say this all the time. We'd be in the car, and like people would be fucking panicking like in the car or whatever. You know what I mean? And like, bro.
Yeah,
it's like you're not being followed. They think everybody's following them. I'm like, bro, oh my god, I've had a friend like that, and he's like, dude, the cops are swarming us. You drove past every time they drive past the cops. Like, dude, there's fucking cops everywhere. Dude, he kept saying that. He was like, dude, I'm like waiting for this dude to drop me off shit one day, and he's like, and that's what he keeps telling me. He's like, dude, the cops keep swarming me. And he had a warrant, right? So listen to this. So I'm like, bro, if the cops saw you, bro, they would be arrested. They wouldn't follow you. They wouldn't swarm you. They wouldn't be a bunch of cops around. They wouldn't just be watching you go around, lurking off to the side. Bro, you have an arrest warrant for fucking serious crimes. Bro, they are going, if they see you, they're going to stop you and put you in handcuffs. They're not going to follow you. They're not going to
they're not
playing some game.
They're not doing surveillance at that point.
Yeah, they're not doing surveillance at that point. They've got you.
Yeah.
All right, they're not looking for bigger fish, bro. You're nobody. Stop it, bro.
You're out in town fucking robbing your grandmother for 50 pieces. You really think
I'm
just saying.
But that's the way, but that's how people, when you're in that addiction and when you're in like that heavy use cycle or whatever, dude, you really think like that, and it's so weird. Like we're driving, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, there's a drone following us," and I'm like, "Shut the fuck up, dude!" I'm like, I'm so fucking sick of that shit.
All it takes when you're doing that shit, all it takes is one person to fuck your whole night up, bro, and then you're just like, all right,
dude. I used to laugh. We were like in North Creek, dude, or some shit.
Who, me and you?
No, me and someone else, and so. We're in North Creek, dude, and I know if you guys know where North Creek is. North Creek is East Bumfuck. It's East Bumfuck.
Yeah.
So and we were on like this dirt road picking up a friend of mine, and they were like, "Do you see that light in the sky? Do you see that light in the sky?" I'm like, "That's a fucking street light. Like dude, that's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough.
That's enough of that.
That's enough of that. Yeah, that's a drone. That's a drone. It's following us." I'm like, "Oh my god, dude." I'm like, for what? We don't even have a fucking 8-ball with us. Like, what do you mean a drone's you think a drone followed us 30 minutes north into the fucking forest?
Yeah, you know what that cost, all that. I just, when you really sit and think about it, dude, you realize how stupid you are.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, listen, if they wanted us, they would just pull us over.
Yeah.
Like, that would be it. The cops would just pull us over. Like, that's it. Like, especially with my record and shit like that, dude, that would be it. There would be no fucking...
There's no in-between.
There's no in-between. They would not be just surveillance. Like I said, I'm not fucking El Chapo, bro. You're not fucking... They're not surveilling me. And they know that I'm not connected to the point where I'm on my way to the plug.
It's only true when you talk to anybody that's, done drugs. Anyone you talk to, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, they'll be like, "Oh, you don't even know, bro. I was fucking doing it."
Oh, yeah.
It's just more like when you get sober and you start listening and you...
Everybody was doing it big.
Yeah.
So I have a person now that gives a fuck.
He's a ginger, so it's all right.
But yeah. So it's crazy. So like a lot of people, like I said, after their addictions, it's like, I used to do this, I used to do that, and there's a lot of like, And it's crazy because like
it's war story. They're war
stories.
War
Yeah.
stories,
And I feel like it's crazy because I'm like, you know, I hear it a lot from people and stuff, and they're like, oh, I used to, and it's like, especially people that I knew in addiction, when I'm like, I don't remember it quite like that or anything.
Yeah, like I said.
But I know, like, especially when, like, dude, I was fucking with dudes who had fucking kilos and guns and fucking, you know what I mean? And I don't brag about that kind of shit. Like,
I bring you into real houses, we'd be smoking it. You're like, bro, you can't smoke.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Shit like that.
Like, yeah, like legit trap
like
spots and
places
shit
like
that.
I even think about now, and I'm scared about like, what was I doing there? Dude?
Yeah.
And just reckless with it, dude. Even all through COVID, I would do just shit I did was just crazy, dude.
Yeah.
I think about it now, but you got no fucking fear when you, especially when you need it, dude.
Oh yeah, dude, you don't give a fuck at all. But think about even like us, and we've talked about it before. Think about even us as young kids when we were 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
And we were like in the fucking, and we were in the projects in New York City.
Driving to the
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and we were like just these two young little white, fucking preppy white kids.
Smoking crack.
Thought we were cool. Like, you know what I mean? And like with some dangerous motherfuckers, dude. And we we thought that shit was like, you know what I mean? And it was like, we thought that shit, we made us the man. Like we were fucking, you know what I mean? And it's so funny because I think about all of that and a different way that it could have gone. And here we are with the fucking opportunity. I mean, we probably would have ended up doing life in jail, but
smoking crack in the middle of the city, stealing lighters. I could have got booked.
Oh my God, bro.
I could have got put in the fucking tombs for fucking, you know.
I'm like, Jack, if we go to fucking jail, I'm like, dude, if we go to Rikers Island, if we go to Rikers Island, I'm telling him you told me.
G's upstairs laughing at us
Yeah,
and
bro,
shit.
yeah, that's a fact.
NYPD pulls behind us and shit, and we're all fucking sitting.
Dude, that night when that cop blocked us in, dude.
Yeah.
And I was so high.
Yeah, that was no good.
I was in full on panic mode.
Why'd she have to drop that off to us, bro? She
comes out to give us a little something because they had us wait because they were partying, bro. Because we're sitting there at 3 a.m. in fucking East New York, fucking at the fucking projects at the P's, middle of Brooklyn, waiting for the plug. And he was just partying up there, hanging out with his boys, fucking chilling. And we were sitting out in the car like, what the fuck? So he sends some fucking chick out. Oh, here, guys, here's a little something for you. So we're like, oh, perfect. We don't give a fuck. We just want to get high. So we're like fucking sitting there getting high.
That's that addiction right there,
yeah,
bro.
Oh, yeah,
that's
dude.
Addiction at its
sitting
finest.
in a parking lot in the P's in Brooklyn and fucking...
Zero fucks.
Dude, and then fucking all of a sudden a cop blocks us in.
And my PD does rounds down there, though. I mean, we're young.
Yeah,
we didn't know that. We didn't know that at the time.
Yeah, we didn't know that. Well, they said that cops. That cop was there, picks up every night. The cop gets high.
There's so many crooked cops down there.
Oh, yeah, bro.
There's so many bigger things for them to worry about. But being that young, we didn't know that.
We didn't. We had no idea. We thought that we were like, we thought it was like up here.
I'd have shit my pants if they said, all right, buddy, you're going to Rikers.
Oh my God, dude. I don't even know. That would have been fucking, I would have been begging my parents to pay my bail.
I would be like, Mom.
We would have gotten ROR'd for a 50 piece.
Yeah.
But we would have spent the night in the tombs.
Yeah, that's always fun.
And that'd have been rough, dude.
You hear stories about
we get our sneakers taken. You know, we were dressed nice.
Yeah.
We wouldn't have seen. We
had like brand new Timbs on. I went.
We would not have that shit no more.
No. Yeah. No, I think about all that shit though. But it's scary to think about now. Like knock on wood, bro. I should have fucking stupid felonies. For
Well, I ended up
with
a couple of drug felonies. You got to think because through all of it, dude. You know what I mean? I got the ecstasy sale.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's another thing that added to the paranoia too at the end because you had warrants at one point and we were fucking shooting massive amounts of cocaine and then so that would just add like certain things you got going on.
Yeah, remember the detective showed up asking questions and shit like that. And I had the warrants and oh my God, bro.
There's certain things, situations that add to the paranoia.
I remember I used to get crazy doing
bro.
My paranoia used to be so crazy.
I'd watch
I thought my ex was doing porn one time. I was like, I called her in the middle of the night and everything. It was like, I fucking know you've been doing porn behind my back. You fucking dude is fucking crazy.
He's just doing porn.
I don't know what the fuck, dude. You think when you're in psychosis, the craziest things come to your mind.
Yeah, once you hit that,
you start looking at pictures and you're like, oh, this is what's going on here. Blah 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 blah.
It's like the first, second day, you might keep it together somewhat, but that third day, at least for me, that third day hits, it's over, bro. That's when people start noticing, and that's when you start getting comments from people like, hey, you need to go take, dude, when I was working.
You need to get some sleep.
I had to take the cars to get oil changes when I was working for that guy driving out of state and shit. And the guy at Jiffy Lube, I went to the counter and I'll never forget. He's like, "Hey, buddy, do you need someone? Do you need us to call a cab for you?" I was like, "No, what, dude? I'm fine." You know what I mean? But when you hear somebody call you out, it fucks you up.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit, I don't look as good as I thought I did.
Yeah, because it starts catching
up. You kind of look like Charlie Kirk. If you had a beard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. You want me to try to go down there as his doppelganger?
Yeah, shave the fucking beard up.
Yeah, gotcha.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha, bitch. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's funny because you're sitting there, and you think you're fucking doing great.
Yeah, you do. Dude, psychosis is something else, bro. That's worse than any other drug. Even just doing it sober, bro. You hear about guys in the military and shit that stay up or whatever and fucking through different wars and shit. Dude, psychosis alone, not drug induced, will fuck you right up, bro.
Yeah.
Your body needs sleep, dude.
Oh, you need sleep.
And
sleep is the most important thing in the world. Yeah,
like anyone out there that's done massive amounts of whatever, bro. Dude, I know people that have stayed up for weeks straight. Like that's just, and so have I. And dude.
Dude.
You're out of your fucking mind.
Once you get, dude, especially once you get in the third day, it's definitely gets a little crazy. Once you get into like day 6, day 7, you're not even human, dude.
Yeah, you start hallucinating crazy.
You're not even human. Like, you see yard ninjas. I call them yard ninjas.
Everyone sees different shit. Like me and you, I see mice and you see cats. Like,
They're fucking
just weird.
Dude,
whatever.
It's so weird.
You see what your mind's all about. You know?
Yeah. The mice thing is so funny, dude. The mice thing used to kill me.
Bro, I used to be convinced, dude. I'd be like, yo, that's a mouse turd right there, and fuck, dude, all kinds.
Those are mouse bones.
Yeah, all kinds of dumb shit.
Yeah.
Fucking retarded shit. Like I look at it now and I'm just like, wow, I'm fucking.
Yeah,
you know how many hours and days and years I wasted of just bullshit, bro. And that's all meth is good for. If you want if you want to accomplish nothing in 8 hours, dude, go do some meth, bro.
Yeah.
You'll think in your head.
You think you're accomplishing everything.
You're doing all this cool shit and fucking getting all kinds of shit.
Yeah, you're really crushing it.
Yeah, you're crushing it, bro.
Yeah, but that's not the case.
On the real, you ain't doing nothing, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't doing nothing. You're just wide awake for.
I would just get into it. Like sometimes there'd be like, you know what I mean? But running back and forth to get coke and shit, dude. And it was just like fucking basically living for those fucking for those drives. Remember them fucking drives?
Yeah. Oh my god,
dude. And we just drive back and forth.
They whipped it out on us at one time. They remember they fucking.
Oh yeah.
And then so I went and parked real quick. Who the fuck gets away with that now, bro?
Oh yeah. And the cop drove by slowly. Yeah. That sheriff. Yeah, that was dude. I was like, I couldn't believe it, bro, because I thought for sure we were fucked. And we got away with it.
Some fear and loathing fucking around with someone type shit. We're going to fuck with these guys. We know they're high.
Dude, something, dude. I don't know what it was. I think, and then we pulled behind the bar and parked and just waited.
Yeah, like that shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they knew it was boofed at that point.
They were like, they just drove by slow looking at us.
Yeah.
Dude, I fucking tell you, I remember one time, so I got picked up, right? And we're coming across the bridge of Tocquins Falls, and this fucking dude, this bitch, she's like, I don't know, she's in a pissy mood or something because they picked me up and she like didn't want any more people with them or whatever.
Yeah.
And because they stopped at my house to bring me something because I was sick. And a friend of mine was like, I gave her money earlier and she stopped by and was like, yeah, I brought you some. And she's like, well, what are you doing? And I was like, sleeping. And she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? She was like, you want to come with us? And they were with my boy. And he was like, they're going back to his house. And he was like, yeah, they're dropping me off. He goes, dude, I got a bunch of shit. If you want to come chill with me, he's like, they're going to do whatever. And I was like, all right, yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? I'll come fucking get high.
Yeah.
I ended up there for like 6 days. But so I get in the car, well, she's flying, bro. She's doing like 60 miles an hour across the Tocquins Falls Bridge, dude, right past the fucking Tocquins Falls cop, dude. Tocquins Falls cops have to be some of the coolest motherfuckers.
Oh, dude, they're fucking different.
Dude, this guy pulls us over, dude. I got drugs on me. Dude, everybody in the car, we're packed in this car, dude. This bitch, bro, doesn't have a driver's license, bro.
What?
Dude, I'm like, I'm on parole.
Got mad drugs.
Dude, mad drugs in the car. I'm on parole. Dude,
I got rigs on you. And
dude,
shit.
Everything, bro. And fucking, dude, the fucking cop comes up to the window and I think he could tell we were all in full panic, dude. But we were like, literally, the parking lot, my buddy's apartment was literally, you could see it. That's how close we were to it. And the cop, I don't know if he was just feeling generous or he just didn't want to do the paperwork or if he just didn't like feel like jamming us up that night or whatever it was. But he was like, dude, he fucking was like, you need to go park this car and fucking not drive it anymore. He's like, your license is suspended. I'm like, dude, what? This bitch is ripping around. You're doing 60 and I'm fucking 30
with no license.
Fucking 3 o'clock in the morning with
no
fucking license. You retard. Car full of people. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, even like
that shit is crazy.
You were at the worst.
Even when I was driving without a license, dude, I fucking obeyed the fucking law, dude. Especially because I'm not a fucking idiot.
Any kind of drugs in the car, bro. I was reckless a few times, but bro, if I got anything like that, even like I wouldn't let nobody get in my car with rigs. Not even you. I used to tell you all the time, bro. I'd be like, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Throw out the window. Yeah, get rid of it. Dude, that was addiction at its finest. I thought the cops were gonna pull me over that one day, and you got the book bag out the window, and you're like, I'm gonna need that later, and you couldn't throw it out. And I was just like, yo, that's addiction at its finest.
Oh yeah. You're like, oh, I should get rid of this. I should get rid of this. I fucking need it.
Damn well we'd have been in them bushes looking for it later. You know what I mean? Like that shit's crazy to think about.
That's crazy, bro.
That's fucking.
When you're like all the shit, everything you need, all your works and everything are in the fucking book bag, and you know you're gonna fucking need it.
Your stems, all that.
Yeah, stems, needles, everything like that. What am I gonna do? Ditch this and then be fucked? And then you got to worry about being on the side of the fucking road and having somebody fucking coming and seeing you look for it. I thought I just heard this. I turned on Do Not Disturb. But and having someone fucking see you looking for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, or have a kid pick it up. You think about.
Oh yeah,
think about
when you see that thing. Remember that thing it was on the news where someone dumped hundreds of needles on the highway a few years back?
No.
Someone dumped like tons of used. So that was when they got big about starting the needle exchange up here, was because someone dumped it was like hundreds and hundreds of used needles all on the highway.
What's her name's room used to be like that, bro. I used to walk in there and fucking step on them and just. But when you're doing dope like that, and I mean, my room never got like that because I lived here with him, but I could just imagine, bro.
Well, so dude, when I lived in the camper, I was shooting coke like that, dude. So
all over the place.
They told me when they cleaned it out, they said there was tons of them stuffed.
Me and you were finding them in there.
They said there were tons of them stuffed in the couch because I used to get so geeked out, I would stash them in the couch.
Yeah.
And I would so she said there was hundreds of needles stuffed into the couch.
Yeah.
For me just getting so geeked out, like in fucking, and that's like, I mean, I'm like ashamed of that. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. It's like, it's fucking crazy because like, you think like in that moment or like in that time and when you're fucking losing your shit, you know what I mean? Or like those times in your addiction, it's like, you're
not in the right mind.
You're not in the right mind exactly at all,
no,
dude. And I'm like sitting there with fucking styrofoam bowls full of cocaine, dude. Got fucking ounces of cocaine and you're fucking, you know what I mean? And you're just sitting there fucking, dude, it was crazy because we sat there one night and I'm just like fucking breaking chunks out of this. I got 4 bowls, dude. I got 4 and I weighed an ounce into each bowl. And I'm just sitting there, dude, by myself, just fucking shot after shot, dude. Just fucking nonstop, dude, for hours and hours and hours. It's like, what the fuck? That in full blown psychosis, hallucinating.
Yeah,
fucking.
It's a more even load the rig, bro. It's crazy. I think about it too. It's fucking.
Yeah, you're just fucking.
Yeah. It's like, how did I even figure out how to load that rig and hit a vein? Like I think about that.
How was I
too,
even fucking doing it? Yeah.
You know, dude, if I can do
chasing that rush,
if I can do that, but I can do anything. I think about that now, and it's like. You know, you slowly start to see it happen.
And that ties into like in those periods. So we were talking about relationships and sex and stuff like that earlier. It's like, think about at that point, like there's that point, like you said, where you go through it and you got that lust and everything like that, where that's like you get fucked up, you get fucked, and then you get, like I said, and then there's the dark parts of addiction, like in that part where it progresses to where there's no longer like you no longer are having fun, like you're no longer fucking you know what I mean? There's no more like intimacy or whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't say it's intimacy, but there's no more like you're not doing it to fucking have fun or doing it to like have sex or to increase performance or whatever the fuck it is. You're like completely.
You're both there because you both. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, but me and so were together at a point is because we both needed each other for the drug. You know what I mean? I had certain things I did and she had certain things she did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and you don't come out and say that at the time, obviously, but that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah.
You know, if I leave you, then you can't go see so and so, or fucking
Yeah.
vice versa. You know, you just.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it got like a lot of that, like especially when I was with
Yeah, I know who you're talking
you know
about.
what I mean?
Say
Yeah.
less.
Where like if without me, you know what I mean, she wouldn't have been able to get anything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah,
I was, you know what I mean, I was the person, and I mean, not to say that she found ways to do it behind my back, anyways, with other people,
but to maintain a relationship with you, I don't.
Yeah. So it was like I don't know, it was just this like I don't know, it was this crazy thing, and I think it's so hard because like, especially now, like that's one thing I guess like so I'm so happy about now is that like that isn't part of the relationship I'm in, like you know what I mean, it's like
Oh, it wouldn't even be on the table. Yeah.
it's so you know what I mean, and it's I guess it's like I realized that, dude, I don't even know like how a normal relationship progresses, like you know what I mean, it's like I feel like I was so like I've done everything so wrong that I'm so worried.
It feels wrong to do right?
Yeah. It's I don't know if it feels wrong to do right, but sometimes I think I get so worried that things are gonna go like they're gonna go wrong, or that it might not work out the way that I think it's gonna, or whatever like that, and I get in my own head about it, and I guess it's like you know, it's like when you're with somebody and you want to be with them, and like you want like all of these things, and you want a future and all this stuff, it's like you want to know that it's gonna work. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you fear the unknown. That's a natural thing for anyone. Just like, you know, even dude, being at work.
It's weird because like you know what I mean, you can love somebody with all your heart and everything like that, and it's like I just get so scared that I'm gonna fuck it up. You know what I mean? That I'm gonna fucking, you know what I mean, start a life with this person and move in with them and everything like that, and then it's all gonna fall apart. You know?
Yeah. True love will prevail, Rob.
Oh yeah.
No, I don't know what to tell you though, but like, you know, you just.
I mean, I think it's gonna be all right. I think that two people who really love and care about each other, and that can really make it work. You know what I mean? I think that.
Yeah, it comes down to how much you care about them, and then you know you love that person so much that you're willing to make it work. You know, you're willing to learn how to make it work. You're willing to put in the work to make it work. You're willing to do all of that, and that's the real test, bro. That's the real test to see how far a person's willing to go. You know?
Yeah, for sure.
Because anybody can say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to be in a relationship with her," and you know, we'll just see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do anything to work on myself, but we'll just see how far I can make it. You know
yeah.
Like,
see, and I think that's like a big thing with me is like I think that there's so much. I think there's a lot of work that I have to do on myself, and like I'm getting better with a lot of things, and like, you know, I just want to make sure that I'm showing up for the person the way that, you know what I mean, they need me to, you know, stuff like that, and I think it's hard sometimes with me, I know I'm difficult. Like I'm probably one of the most difficult people in the world, and it's like for like emotional, like
there's a fucking bug on your can.
Like fucking
it's bothering me.
I don't know, fucking I guess like emotionally, like being there for somebody emotionally and stuff like that. I don't think anybody's ever been there emotionally for me. And I think because of that, I don't recognize that. So it's like,
yeah, it's all new to you.
It's very new. So it's like I'm navigating how to be that person and everything like that. And it's like I guess I have this like innate thing like where like I start to want to like withdraw, or like I get like nervous about things, and I start to like create space and stuff like that. And when it sucks, because what I really want to do is you know what I mean, is for there to be less space. Like I want to be closer, like, and it's like I don't know, it's like I have this like this fear reaction or whatever. It's like with like a defense mechanism where it's like I think I'm protecting myself. Like, so it's like instead of fucking jumping head in, I'm fucking, like, you know what I mean?
Like when there was times when I used to get like fearing the unknown and all that shit, bro. I would just use, you know what I mean? Now it's so
that's the thing,
yeah. So now it's so different to figure that out without using. You know what you mean? Yeah. It's just cause even like, dude, I don't know. It's fucked up to think about, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
actually having
oh,
to sit with your feelings
yeah,
and everything like that. Sit.
because like
I'm
5 years
just
ago,
lucky that I have somebody that I can talk to and that I can process these things with, and that I'm able to have an open dialogue with and be like, you know, and that we can discuss these things and we can figure it out together. And it's like a real partnership, you know what I mean? Because like as much as like, you know what I mean, we don't know what could happen, you know what I mean, the next day, but it's like as long as that, you know, and I you know what I mean, listen, and that's one thing I could do way better in, dude, is showing up, dude, because like I think I'm showing up, but I'm showing up in all the wrong ways. You know what I mean? I'm like, I think like stupid things, like, you know what I mean, are like, you know what I mean, like,
remembering your birthday or fucking
but
stupid little thing,
you
like,
know, fucking dinner, buying dinner,
yeah.
you know what I mean, like, so like doing things like, and it's like,
That ain't
like
shit.
these are physical things, you know what I mean? But like to be there and create an emotionally safe space for somebody, that they can allow themselves to be vulnerable and like and connect with you, I think is a very difficult thing. I think that I think that it's something that I'm learning how to do, because it's something that I've never had before.
Even like you, dude, even just talking to you now, your communication has gotten just some stupid shit. You're way better at it. You know, before there was no communication about. Even your sisters made the comment to you like, "Oh, that was great how you handled that," or whatever. Like, "Oh, that's not the Robbie I know." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Communicating like that is a huge step for you and anybody out there that's dealing with any of these
There was
things,
definitely a time where I definitely didn't. I definitely wasn't able to identify any of these things, and I was always like, fuck it, dude. I would be like, fuck this, yeah, whatever, I'm done.
Stuff your feelings.
Yeah,
and shit.
just like, I would pretend like it wasn't a thing. I would have ran away. I would have fucking, I would have been like, you know what? Then this isn't working out. Sorry, bye. You know what I mean? That's you know what I mean. So
it's another excuse for you.
Yeah, exactly. I would have made an excuse and I would have fucking ran away. So it's like, so being able to kind of sit with some of these emotions is like, is a very new experience for me, and it's like, and to want to work on these things, like, and to, you know what I mean, because I know that in the end that this is what I want, like, so it's like I know that I'm not going to be able to keep this thing that matters so much to me if I don't make some adjustments, like, you know what I mean, or I don't figure out how.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. You know,
keep it simple.
They say that shit. You know, and it's so right, bro. And like, you know, as long as you're out there, you're paying bills, you're being with your family, and you're fucking just doing the next right thing. That's how I keep it simple. That's how I personally keep it simple.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a whole relationship to throw in on top of that, so you know, I can't really.
I think so the only thing I'm really having trouble with right now is my schedule. I'm trying to get to, because I work nights.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
It's got my schedule so fucked up, dude, because like I can't fucking, I'm just not, my availability isn't like fucking, when you're with somebody and you guys work two very different schedules, especially early on in a relationship, dude, when all you want to do is see each other, like, it's fucking tough, because like, you know what I mean, it's one thing when you've been together for fucking 4 years and you guys fucking live together and do all this, you know what I mean, and you guys work different shifts and you get your days off together, and you know what I mean,
yeah, you still got home time together though. It's different.
It's completely different. So it's like different when you're in the situation where now, like, you know what I mean, I'm either working or sleeping or fucking, you know, doing this or that, or fucking, it's like, it's hard, like, to make sure you're making space for this person, because you don't want them to feel emotionally neglected either, like, you know what I mean, it's like, they you know what I mean, have to feel like, you know what I mean, like I said, that emotional safety, I guess, is important, like, and if somebody feels like you're not connected to them or disconnected to them, like, if they feel like you're not there, like, you know, when they need you, and like, that's huge, like, you know what I mean, like, then if you can't rely on somebody, like, how do you have a relationship with that person, or how do you maintain that, or how do you, you know what I mean, how do you maintain that connection or that love or that thing, like, you know what I mean, you can love somebody so much, but if you're not showing up for them, like, or you're not, you know what I mean, you're not able to create like a safe place for them, like, then what's it matter, like, you know what I mean?
What's the point?
You know what I mean, so it's like, so it's definitely like, it's definitely a lot to, like, you know what I mean, to figure out, but it's not too much to figure out, you know what I mean, it's like, you know what I mean, so it's, I don't feel
all the shit you put
overwhelmed.
Yeah,
I feel like
you put it together, you know.
and I think absolutely that we're gonna figure it out, and it's gonna be like this beautiful thing, dude. Like, and I think that you know, like, I don't know, we've had this and I even had it. So we have this like phenomenal connection, and it's like you know, and it's just building on that and making sure you're maintaining it and you're feeding it, and it's like that you're fucking
well-oiled machine,
giving it its attention.
Yeah.
It's getting its attention because I think that we get caught up in our own shit. You know what I mean? Especially when, like, you know what I mean. You both have a lot of things, other things going on in your life. So to maintain that togetherness is big, dude. And it's just like
balance.
Yeah. And it's like, and I think that's just what I'm learning now a lot as far as that goes. I know we talk about relationships a lot on this podcast because I'm talking about specifically a romantic relationship, whereas like but all your relationships are so important. Your relationships you have with your family, your friends, in your sobriety,
bosses,
people,
co-workers,
everything. All of these things have to be maintained. Like all of, you know what I mean? You got to be able to maintain these relationships with everybody, because, you know, it's all part of like this thing that you're building or whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, if you're fucking, you gotta find the areas that you're, you know what I mean, maybe not fucking meeting whatever standard in or whatever, and then you gotta fucking, you know, there's only fucking so much that you can do. So you gotta make sure that the right things are getting the right amount of attention. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's like you said, balance. I think that's important.
Balance. So about the energy you give off too. Even, you know, you have a shitty day, you can't put that. I mean, bro, I say it all the time.
And you're gonna have shitty days. And shitty things are gonna happen, and you know what I mean. And like I don't know, like, I kind of dropped the ball this week with my girl. Like she had a situation, and I just woken up and I fumbled it, dude. Like, you know what I mean. And it made her feel like I'm not there for her, like, or that I couldn't be there. I can't be there for her in a crisis situation. And I think that's completely not okay. I think that you know what I mean? Like you need to be able to rely on your partner, you know, like, and I think, like, I don't think she, like, you know what I mean? For her to tell me that, you know, that she felt alone in that moment it hurt, because it's like, that's not how I ever, you know what I mean, want her to feel, like, or anything like that, because I wouldn't ever want to feel like that.
Oh, that's what you've been working towards, and then you've been told you're not working. You know what I mean? Yeah, it sucks. It's like something similar happened. Yeah, it sucks when someone calls you on that, when that's what you really truly been working towards, and then someone calls you on your shit, and you're like, whoa, hold on a second, I have been working towards that.
Yeah. That's what you think, anyways. But
you think that, and then someone says it to you, and it totally.
You're like, oh, maybe I'm not. Maybe this isn't getting the attention that it deserves.
Maybe I'm not doing everything right. And it's, you know, this is in all relationships. It's not just, you know, with your partner or whatever. It's with anybody, bro.
Well, so like I said, I think it starts. So like I said, we've been talking about, I guess, intimacy and stuff like that, and I think that all plays into like emotional intimacy and how important that is, especially like in relationships. I think that that's where it starts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that, like, we talked about that, like meaningless sex and stuff like that. It's not the same.
Yeah,
like,
one night stands and all that.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean. So it's like. But I think that when you're with somebody, I think the emotional connection comes first, and I think, and that creates a bigger thing outside of that, like in all the other. And once you can build that emotional connection with somebody, it makes every other aspect of your relationship better.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's I guess that's really just something like to think about. But you know, and like I said, and when with guys like us, like you said, drug addicts and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean, that's not the kind of thing that we ever did before or whatever. Like, I've never been in relationships with people where that was the thing, you know what I mean? We were just like,
you didn't care about it before. Like,
because it didn't fucking matter. It was like, or whatever. It's not even that it didn't matter. It's like, now I realize probably how alone all of the women I've been with before probably felt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think about that because,
I mean, any relationship I observed when I was using anyone that I know that was, you know, a couple or whatever that I dealt with, like, they're all dysfunctional, so dysfunctional.
Oh yeah.
when you're, especially when you're using. So like to sit back and watch that, you can't model anything you do now after anything you witnessed.
Yeah. So you can't use any of your past
you can't
experiences
use
as like
any,
a fucking template.
whether
Like,
we're
for
talking
sure.
about you or anybody you witnessed, you know, especially us, like anybody we were seeing when we were in the midst of using, it's like, bro, you can't base anything you do now off of that. So it's hard, like you said. You just, I don't know. I avoid it. You jumped right into it. I for right now, I'm still working.
Well, so it's not even that I jumped right into it. It's honestly, it just kind of happened. It was like somebody like.
I don't mean to say it like
I just
that.
happened to meet somebody that like when I meet somebody, I just happen to reconnect with somebody who I don't know, that brought out those feelings in me, and it's like it. You know what I mean? It's like you realize that you don't think you're missing anything, and then you find this thing, and it's like.
I should have said it like that. I said like, I need to be okay with myself first to be okay with someone else. Is all I was saying. Like, if you choose, hey, you can't control when you meet someone you care about. You know what I mean? When people are gonna enter your life at different points, you can't control any of that shit. But all you can do is talk about like what we're talking about to be better ready for it, to be more prepared for it, and hopefully it works out, because to jump into it without seeing someone talk about it, that's nobody else talks about it, so it's something to think about for sure.
So, and it's like I said, it's kind of I think it's something a lot of people that go through, like especially in recovery, was like,
I just don't want to set anybody up for failure is all I'm saying.
Oh yeah, listen, I think absolutely like
that's all I'm saying.
You gotta be mindful, like, of making sure that you're ready for these kinds of things, like, for sure, like
you'll know when you're ready, once you do your sobriety thing, dance for a little bit and fucking get your confidence back, and like I said, you're comfortable with yourself. That's that's
and people will see that. Well, that's the thing is, like, and then you'll attract a different kind of the kind of person that's meant for you. You know what I mean?
It doesn't mean go get on Tinder or anything like that either. Because you're feeling yourself or whatever, man. Let that shit happen. Let it happen naturally. That's another thing. I'll never fucking do no Tinder.
I've never done that shit either. Bro. I've never done that shit either.
I don't jack none of that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's all just fucking bullshit. But I forgot. Fuck. But So I feel like we beat a dead horse with the relationship shit.
We sure did.
But that's just what's been kind of going on in my life. But I don't know what's up with your week. How the fuck is everything going with you?
I mean, I just celebrated my birthday, so
Tuesday was your birthday, so happy fucking birthday!
Happy birthday!
I know. We were gonna do an episode then.
We ate fucking steak tacos and hung out here.
Chilling.
It was a big change. It's a big. It's a good change. And like it didn't bother me like you think. Like as far as
same thing. My birthday, I chilled. I went with my girls, and I had a good time just chilling. I did the podcast with you.
You anticipated it to be a day you're gonna dread, but it wasn't like that at all, bro.
Yeah,
it was just another day. And it was fucking easy. We came over, we chilled, we watched TV, and it's no different. The only thing that's different now is that we're not using drugs, bro. It's just like it used to be, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? And it's good to keep some things the same, but have that taken out of the picture is what I said.
It was fucking chill. Exactly.
There's the anxiety from all that shit is just gone, bro. It's lifted. Like it's nice to have that.
It's certainly it's fucking finally after like after fucking, you know what I mean? Like I think I worried about it on my birthday too, and we talked about it. It's like you get so used to this being a certain way, and then all of a sudden it's like it gets easier. The more you do it and everything like that, and the more comfortable you become in your sobriety and in your recovery, it gets easier. You don't the things that you thought you needed, or the things that even like your triggers and stuff like that become a lot like easier to manage and everything like that. And eventually they stop you run into them so much that they stop triggering you.
You know what to expect too, so it's not as much of a surprise when you're
it's not that fucking that nervous system shock. You don't get put into this panic mode or whatever, like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do? Once you built your circle, you've built a circle of people around you to where like that stuff's not being introduced to you as well. So like, you know what I mean? Both of us on our birthdays this year, we didn't have people showing up or reaching out or doing
peer
any of that.
pressure and shit like
yeah,
that.
to try
you know?
to try to create this thing or whatever. You know what I mean? It was like it was chill. It was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why they say too, keep your circle small in the beginning, and it's so right because dude, there's less people to worry about. There's less people to,
Yeah.
have to, there's not as much bullshit, dude. There's just it's nice. You're not trying to keep everyone happy and worry about what this person's doing. It's just, dude, it's so
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. You're just fucking doing your thing.
I can count how many people I talk to on my one hand, bro.
Yeah.
Like
literally.
That's the way I like it. That's the way.
Yeah, literally. I fucking that's it, man.
What did I did that and just hung out, bro. My dad's birthday is on the 18th, bro. That's another thing. Like I'm able to buy people gifts for their birthday. You know what I mean? Like,
Isn't
bro,
that
I don't
nice?
remember the last time I bought my dad something for his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a big thing. That's a big, something to feel good about. Like, I always bought my kids stuff and all that,
Yeah.
but that shit don't count when you're fucked up and
Yeah.
right, shit I'd trade for fucking whatever. Who knows, bro?
Yeah,
it's just it's not the same, bro. Like, there's just certain things that just feel good about what you're doing now, and that shit outweighs any type of drug use.
Yeah.
I'll trade that for any fucking day being high,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, bro, you even took the dirt bike out, bro. Like,
Oh yeah, we rode the dirt bike a little bit. Yeah, it was
shit
sick.
like that, and like just there's so many things to do sober is my point too. Like, it's not just it's not boring, bro. If it's boring, it's because you make it boring.
Yeah.
There's so much shit to do out there, man. Hobby,
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever you're into. Autistic hobbies.
I gotta go to work.
Go to work.
Oh, all right. It's been Outfield. I'm Robbie Infield. This is Zach Sillick. That's another week. Thank you guys.